Hey, this message goes out to all my chosen ones. Hey, look. First of all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High Yahuwah. Thank you for another day, Father. You know what I'm saying? Your wonderful Son as well. Thank you for making the ultimate sacrifice for us. You know what I'm saying? We love you, Father Yahuwah. Glory, honor, and praise to your wonderful name. Hallelujah. You know what I'm saying? I just want to chop it up for a second. You know what I'm saying? Just about sex. You know what I'm saying? And how dangerous it is, you know, in these last days. And I'm not just speaking of as far as STDs, you know, because people are aware of that, and that's just in the physical. You know what I'm going to be speaking on today is the spiritual. You know what I'm saying? Which a lot of people disregard, and a lot of things we're not taught, because I didn't learn this growing up. You know what I'm saying? Even in my you know what I'm saying? Even in my 20s, I didn't know this. You know what I'm saying? You know, but when you think about it, you know what I'm saying? Sex is real dangerous nowadays, because lust is all around us. You know what I'm saying? And we're tempted every time we not only go outside, but every time we look on our phone, every time, you know what I'm saying, we get on social media, every time we turn on the TV, you know what I'm saying? Every time we get on the internet, it's lust everywhere. You know what I'm saying? On both sides, you know. But at the same time, you know, when you think about it, Satan already knows what you want. Satan already knows what you desire as a man and as a woman. And when you think about it in this perspective, you know, from a male's perspective, you think about, you know, what you desire in a woman. Satan already knows that. You know what I'm saying? He studies us. He has been, you know what I'm saying, forever. You know, he has monitoring spirits studying us. You know what I'm saying? So he knows what you want. He knows your tendencies and different things like that. You know, so make a long story short, he sends either an incubus spirit, which is a male sex demon, or a succubus out. You know what I'm saying? Which is a female sex demon in the form of, you know, men and women. So from a man's perspective, when you go out here and you see women, you know what I'm saying, mostly nowadays, you know, modern women. And I advise, you know, if you can, to just wait on the Most High, because that's the best thing to do, because you'll end up getting caught up in the soul tie. That's another thing. Thank you, Holy Spirit. But at the same time, you think about it as a man, you know, when you meet a woman, and you know it comes to that intimacy point, and you end up, you know, having sex with her, you know. But at the same time, you're not thinking about that you're not thinking about that being the demon. You're just looking at the, you know, most men in this world, you know what I'm saying? And just all men in general, you know what I'm saying? We're visual. So when you look at a woman you desire and everything, a lot of times that reasoning gets turned off, you know, and something else goes up, you know what I'm saying? Just being straight up, you know. But when that happens, you know, you're not thinking about a demon is, you know, that you're having sex with a demon, and you think about it as a man's life force, which is sperm, giving that life force to a demon, you know what I'm saying, who in turn, you know, attaches themselves to your sperm, and it becomes a soul tie, and it has so many different effects on it. You know, they take from your life, they deposit in your life. And I mean, when I'm saying, I'm not speaking of good things, you know, they deposit curses in your life. You know what I'm saying? It's so many different things. And when you form a soul tie, that demon has rights to your life. You know what I'm saying? That demon can take, you know what I'm saying, as it one, you basically give it access to your life. And when you think about it as a woman, you know what I'm saying, from a woman's perspective, you think about it with a man, you know, because, you know, just like I say knows whatever we want, and he knows whatever we desire. So women out there, and they see a guy who they desire, and they end up getting to that physical point, and at the same time they end up having sex with him. And you think about, A woman has the ability to create, as well. She receives, she's on the receiving end. So when you think about it, when you think about a woman out here having sex with a male demon who's depositing all kind of demonic things into them, and when it goes to that point, and say for instance a baby is born, you know what I'm saying, and that's not even counting all the other things like demonic soul ties, you know what I'm saying, and it's the same for males, as well, with a female, they're letting demons off in you, you know what I'm saying, they're attaching demons to you, your mind is oppressed, you know what I'm saying, your body's oppressed, it's all kind of things going on, trust me, I've been there, you know what I'm saying, but when a baby is born and you think about all these demonic soul ties and everything that's going on, and a menace and a monster comes out of that, and you just got like a destructive life force, you know what I'm saying? And all these demons are leading it, and that baby is demonic from the time it's conceived and the time it's born. It's dire consequences to these things. You know what I'm saying? Soul ties aren't just quick fixes, you know what I'm saying? Some of them take years to get off. And you know what I'm saying? It just depends on the type of demonic entity you're dealing with. You know what I'm saying? That person who you're lusting after, and you could look at it different as, you may think it's love and everything like that, but that demonic force that, you had sex with, is basically, you know what I'm saying, is basically controlling your life because they have access to your life. And your whole life just becomes messed up. You know what I'm saying? You can't think straight. You can't, you know what I'm saying? You can't function straight because, even if you want to get out of that relationship and leave, and to the biggest part is that demon is meant to take you away from the Most High. You know what I'm saying? And y'all forbid you bring a baby into it, but the overall, objective of that demon, you know what I'm saying, whether it be male or female, is to bring you away from the Most High. That's the main point of it, and most people don't realize it till it's too late. Thankfully, the Most High allowed me to get out of those situations, and it's not something that you want to play with because, you know what I'm saying, it could have easily been me, you know what I'm saying, in that situation where I couldn't have made it out. It could have easily been anybody, but if it's any kind of way that I can, give somebody some game or something like that, as far as staying away from the wrong thing. And I'm thankful that, he allowed me to come out of that, you know what I'm saying? So, in actuality, it's just, it was an experience, but, it can easily go left, you know what I'm saying? Just be careful of everything in these last days because everything is evil, everything is demonic, everything is meant to turn us away from Yah. You know what I'm saying? You look at all these distractions, you know what I'm saying? You look at, women are naked everywhere you go, you know what I'm saying? Being naked now is not even a thing of discretion, you know what I'm saying? Nobody really, and I respect the women that do, you know what I'm saying, that do use discretion, that do, you know what I'm saying, cover up, you know what I'm saying, because everything is not for everybody to be seen, you know what I'm saying, but you see it nowadays, it's just like out there, like, but just stay vigilant, you know what I'm saying, keep your antennas up, you know what I'm saying, and keep the other one down. You know what I'm saying, when I'm speaking to my fellas, because it's real out here. You're being tempted each and every day. You know what I'm saying? And Satan wants to drag you to the, you know what I'm saying, the lake of fire with him. It ain't no about, because you think out here these females be out here feeling you, and you know what I'm saying, you getting gassed up. And the same thing with the women. You be getting gassed up, your head be getting gassed up, you know what I'm saying? But Satan has an ulterior motive. You know what I'm saying? It ain't even no ulterior motive, it's just what he wants. take you to the lake of fire with him. So I love y'all. Stay pushing for y'all till the casket drop on everything. Don't fall for this deception. Until next time, y'all willing?